Welcome to Talking Clix. That's a new segment I'm trying out where I'm going to be interviewing players throughout the community to just get to know them a little better. I have a series of scientifically proven questions to get to the bottom of a player's personality and get to know them extremely well. These are scientifically proven and cannot be any better. I'm here today with Antonio Clark, who's been a
What's up?
big supporter of Talking Clicks so far. He's going to be my first big interview. How are you doing today, sir?
Oh, what's going on, Wes? I appreciate you having me on, man.
All right.
It should be fun.
Are you brave enough to stand my scientific questions?
I am, as a matter of fact. Yes.
All
When
right.
you said scientific, I'm like, well, let's do it.
Let's do it. All right. Question number one, sir. What is the best sandwich?
Ooh, that would be a ham and cheese sandwich, as a matter of fact. I love a good ham and cheese.
What kind of cheese?
Swiss, because I am very lactose intolerant. So Swiss is the least of the. It's gonna mess me up, kind of.
My man.
Ham and Swiss is good.
Good man. All right. Cats or dogs?
Um, dogs. Even though I have two cats in my house, but dogs.
Awesome. Apples or oranges?
Oh, oranges. I love a good orange.
Who is the most famous person you've met in person?
Oprah Winfrey.
Really?
I
What's the
worked
story
for her.
behind
I
that?
worked for her for 2 years. As a matter of
What?
fact, before the pandemic, I was traveling around with when they were rebranding Weight Watchers into WW, and I was traveling around for 2 years drawing people at these events that they were hosting, and yep, yep, most famous person I've
Wow.
ever met. I met a bunch of famous people, but she's the most famous.
That's why these are great questions because nobody knows that about you. That's awesome.
Indeed. Thank you.
All right. You have three wishes. What is your second wish? Not your first wish, not your last wish, but you have one in the middle. What is that wish?
That I would have all of the powers of the main X-Men.
Which version?
I'm gonna say let's say 90s. Let's say 90s. I'm gonna say 90s X-Men. Yeah, 90s X-Men. I'm gonna say 90s X-Men, the main guys, or the main people on the. Let's say, you know what? Let's say Australian Outback X-Men.
Oh wow, deep cut. All right.
Yeah,
What is your
yeah.
favorite MCU movie so far?
Oof. Um, that would have to be Spider-Man: No Way Home.
Nice, nice,
Yeah,
good one. All right,
I'm a Spidey guy.
cool. Uh, Sweet or savory snacks?
Oof, sweet all day. Oh, that's a good question. Sweet though.
All right.
As I still have teeth, man. I have a huge sweet tooth.
um, what is in HeroClix? What is your most used character? Not the figure, but the character.
In HeroClix, the most used character for me would probably be um wow, that's a great question. The most used character in HeroClix for me. It probably actually would end up being, oh my gosh. I guess I really guess it might be, oof. Let's say Spider-Man. Yeah, I'm a Spidey guy.
Awesome.
So I
One
try
of
to
my
use him as much as possible.
one of my favorites is Time Dilation Spider-Man from War of the Worlds.
Oh yeah.
Uh,
I just got that chase like a year or so ago, and I haven't used him yet,
oh, it's
and I
so
want to.
fun. It's
I
so
know,
fun.
I know. I feel like I'm cheating, like with how good he is at evasion. Like I feel like he's almost cheating, like because he's so good. Ugh.
He needs more damage output though.
But I mean, all you got to do is give him the longsword. Now you give him the
Now,
longsword and
yeah.
just send
Or
him, or even Bucky's arm. You just give
Mjolnir.
him Bucky's arm, and it's Oh, geez, that he gets for free. But see, but Mjolnir doesn't give you more damage. It just gives you Pulse Wave, which doesn't give you the damage output that you want. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I agree. I agree. He does need some more damage. That's why Prime Spidey is the guy, because Prime Spidey just beat you in your face and there was nothing you could do with him. You know?
That's right. All right. Question 9. Okay. It'll be a thinker for you. All right.
Mm-hmm.
Uh, you can only listen to one song for the rest of your life. You don't have to listen to it constantly, but if you're going to listen.
Stardust music sounds better with you.
What's that?
Stardust music sounds better with you.
All right. You're ready for that one. All right.
Oh man, I'm a music. I used to be a DJ, so
What number am I thinking of?
6.
No. Marvel or Marvel or DC?
Ugh. Can I say both? Make my Marvel all day.
All right.
Spidey's my guy.
My answer with that is Marvel movies, DC television.
You know, the as a I'm a lover of comics, so I can't choose. I don't have a favorite. You know, I have favorite characters,
Right.
um, but I don't have a favorite. I don't have a favorite because both have given me things as a comic reader and as a comic lover and as an artist that the other hasn't. You know,
Right.
like it's or as much as I love Spidey, I also love Green Lantern because Kyle Rayner is exactly who I would be if I was a Lantern, 1,000%, like up and down, like who he is as a character, what he's kind of went through, all the things, and him being an artist represents who I would be as if I actually was a Green Lantern. But Spidey also represents who I am as a person, and so does Superman and Captain America and all the characters. So
Well, for me, for entertainment value, I think DC has done more for the small screen than Marvel has. But
one
the,
thousand
but
percent.
the MCU has rewritten superhero movies. Like,
And entertainment, if we want to be honest about it, like entertainment now revolves around the superhero trope now it's a trope now, that because Marvel has set the standard to the point where DC now tried to catch up, but they were skipping steps. They were trying to catch up instead of just starting and doing the Marvel blueprint. So yeah.
there you go. Now, you've been playing for how long?
Since around like 2004, 2005.
Okay.
Long time.
What is your unachieved HeroClix career goal?
um I don't have one anymore because I year before last in 2023 I became a world champion at my favorite way to play, which is sealed. My friends and I, we won the team sealed, the team world sealed, which I was able to draw. WizKids commissioned me and to draw our faces and the face of the single world champion Patrick,
Mm-hmm.
and that came in the inserts in the Black Panther set. So, as a HeroClix player, like I mean, realistically, everyone says I guess maybe you want to win worlds and stuff, but to be honest, 300 modern is rather boring to me.
Mm-hmm.
But sealed is super fun, and
Right.
that's my favorite way to play. And I was able to be a world champion at that. So and cement myself as a champion with doing something that no one's ever done in HeroClix before. So as a player, so yeah,
You just cruise on easy street, living the life.
yeah, man. Now it's called. If I was to win worlds now, I mean, they might not even let me make the character that I would want to make. So who knows?
Well, that brings me to the next question of if you could design a dial for any single figure, what would it be and why?
Um, it would probably be Richard Rider Nova, um, or Simon Williams Wonder Man. Neither one of them have gotten the Nova's been only as high as a rare, And Nova was one of my favorite characters back in the day. I love the New Warriors. Mark Begley, the artist there, is one of my favorite artists and one of the artists that helped shape my artistic style. And one of the greatest comic book artists of all time, and the best Spider-Man artist in my humble opinion. And he also drew the first run of the New Warriors. And Nova just stood out as a character that I enjoyed a lot. And through his power levels being increased, he's gotten close in HeroClix, but he's never gotten a full "I'm Nova Prime. I have all the power of the Nova Core inside me" dial. So I would want to make him a nice either chase or super rare that's big and beefy. Or Wonder Man, who Wonder Man's another just one of those characters when I first started reading it, just kind of clung to, and I loved his series because of Jeff Johnson, the artist. Um, and I would like to make him into this powerhouse that he actually is. He's one of the strongest Avengers, and power level, he's definitely up there, and he's immortal. He can't die. So I would like to make the dial, but Nova first, because then you could also get the Nova helmet, the world, which would give you access to the world mind. So yeah, Nova first, but that would be 1A, but 1B would definitely be Simon Williams, Wonder Man.
Nice. If there's one Hero competitor that you would like to play against that haven't beaten yet, who would you like to play against and beat?
There's one HeroClix competitor. Blah. Um. Uh. Who's? I guess. Who haven't I? Who have I wanted to play and haven't beat? Um.
You haven't played me yet.
But then it would be you, Wes. It
There
would
you
be
go.
you. I want to smash you, as a matter of fact.
There you go. All right. And for my last question, and then we will know all there is to know about Antonio Clark, is
Yeah.
who is your favorite HeroClix content creator?
Uh, I'm gonna say it's me because I make HeroClix content, and if I have to take myself out of the equation, it is I would have to say it is Dice Station Zebra. Because Jocelyn and Rob, I like them as people, and I like the content that they make. I like watching their videos and stuff like that. And they're cool people in person. And again, I just like their content a whole bunch. They get to show, you get to see how some of the figures play, which is important because I think with HeroClix content, it's so easy to get wrapped up in does it do something meta? It doesn't, and push it to the side. Versus when you get to see certain things actually on the board and played on the map, then you get to see how good it can be and how good it actually is sometimes. So Dice
There,
Station Zebra are my favorite HeroClix content creators besides myself.
there
But
is
yeah.
a disconnect between theory crafting on paper versus actual playability on the board. And I'm not sure why that is. It's so strong, but I like just this last week I've talked to people that were like totally dismissive of a certain figure, and then they saw it played, and they're like, "Oh wow, this is really good."
Which figure was it, if you don't mind me asking?
It was the Chase Doom of the
Oh,
collector's card.
anyone talking down on that Chase Doom, man, you don't understand how to play. I'm just gonna there's no way you can tell me for 75 points a character that I can mastermind from 4 squares away has a team ability that allows him to heal off of his stop click with and have other characters that can possibly heal him up, has a dial where he'll have good numbers and is able to attack you potentially from across the map, and has pulse wave on his stop clicks, which reduces penetrating damage, is somehow bad in the game that we play, especially now that Fortify is in the game and Rivalry is in the game. All these different things, like, get out of here. So
I think
that's just me.
I think because you only at 75 points, you only get the special attack on the first click. So if you tap
Hmm.
him at all, he goes downhill fast.
Well, the stop. That's what the so I understand that train of thought, and but I think that's why his dial was designed so that he can get back up to there,
Yep.
so he can heal back up just by him fighting himself with the steel energy clicks, or he can start yo-yoing between his stop click and his still energy clicks that he has, where he'll have like I think like a 12 for 4 on that click right before the stop, and then he'll have the pulse wave. So I understand, but I think his I think it's people would get wrapped up in only wanting to be able to attack from across the map. If you get wrapped up in that, then I can see why you don't see his value.
Right.
But I think Doom is when you make a bystander that does 11-4, I think you, or 11-3, whatever the bystander does, I think you can't discount that, especially since it's a taxi that has sidestep as well, that he just makes. So it's Beetlejuice proof in that essence, which is a big thing in the game right now. Is it Beetlejuice proof? But I understand why people would say what he is. On paper, he doesn't look broken, and I get it, 1,000%. But I wish his main point value would have been a little bit closer to that 75 point line. I wish it would have been maybe like one, even if it would have been, I think maybe 175 or 150. I think people would have digested it a lot better. You know.
Yep. Yep. Well, ladies and gentlemen, we are now inside the head of Antonio Clark. Uh, Antonio, thank you for being here today. Thank you for talking to me. Thank you for
You're
being brave
welcome.
enough to answer these questions.
I love it.
You have anything
I
left to
thank you
say?
for asking. These are great. These are actually great questions, Wes. So thank you. They actually made me think a lot, and it's fun to do. I love doing questionnaires and stuff like that, or like this, because it does make you delve into who you are as a person and things that you like. So thank you for that.
I stole some of these from my favorite late night talk shows, Stephen Colbert.
Oh yeah,
He does
Stephen
a
Corbett is
version of
great.
these, and I kind of riffed off that. But yeah,
Nice, nice. I mean, I'm gonna say as a person, I would say add at least 2 or 3 more clicks related questions.
yeah. I was trying not to
You
make it
know,
too long, but
I
uh,
hear you.
like
I
I
hear
said,
you.
this is a work in progress. So every step I make, I learning something and trying something different, and this is a
So
brand
far,
new
it's great.
segment. So
So far, it's great. Again, I really enjoyed the questions. I thought it they might be a little bit more geared toward clicks, but I really enjoyed like the one about like what's your favorite sandwich and apple and orange. All those are cool as well.
I like to, I feel like on a lot of the podcasts and stuff like
Hmm.
that, that they're so repetitive. Like, oh, what's your favorite hero click? That kind of stuff. I
Yeah.
want to get to know the players. Like who knows that you worked for Oprah? That's freaking awesome, man. Like, everybody should know
Thank you.
that.
Thank you. It's a on my Instagram. There's a picture of me and Oprah on there. So
That's awesome.
look, it's the most liked thing I've ever posted on my Facebook. Oh my gosh. The most like thing. People like, what? I was like, yeah, man, it's me and Oprah.
That's awesome, dude. Well,
So
Antonio,
yeah,
thank you
but
so much.
again, I dig it. I dig it. I dig what you're doing, and I understand that mindset of coming at it from a different standpoint.
Mm-hmm.
And I then by all means go with it, go with it, go with it, go with it, because that will differentiate you from all of the other content creators. I too am want to differentiate myself from the stuff that's just being talked about all the time and the mindsets that are being talked about all the time when it comes to the game. So
Right.
so
Like, that's
continue
why
to to carve your own path, man.
I was even hesitant to ask a couple of the questions, like if you could design a figure. Like, I feel like everybody in here has been asked that at least 5 times.
That's all right. I mean, but that's a that's another thing that you could do is a remix to that, and a sequence that I'm about to start doing is called Run It Back, where I essentially like redesign a figure that I wanted to like, but I just didn't. So what you could ask, instead of like what figure would you design, ask somebody which figure would they redesign, like a figure that might be already made. You can ask them that as a question if you want to.
Yeah, I feel like
You know what I'm saying?
something I was thinking about was like, people will complain about certain figures that they keep remaking and they haven't gotten it right. Like, I personally feel like they have not got we've got not received a good Deadpool in all the years of HeroClix. We have 20 of them or more, but there's not been a definitive like this is Deadpool. You know,
So what's the closest? So based on what you just said, what's the closest they've gotten in your opinion? What's the closest?
uh, the High Five one that just came out.
See, I actually think the Iconics one that's about to come out is amazing.
Yes, yes, yeah.
I think that one is, but you're right. The High Five one is pretty
I
daggone
like
good.
the healing factor on it. That's what drew me
You
to it.
said the which one?
The High Five one with the healing factor.
Yeah. The High Five one is great.
Yeah.
He's I think he's I think he's great just because he has the outwit that I mean the super senses that is protected outwit. You team him up with Ellie Spider Man.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't have the Ellie Spider Man from like the Spider Verse Ellie set, go get him. For 70 points, you have a Spider Man that has all the major Marvel keywords, and if you are on a team with him and you're lower points, or yeah, if you're on a team with him, I think in lower points than him, he gives you the Spider Man team ability. So he is an Avenger. So if you play that high five Deadpool at 50 points, he's also an X Man too. Even though the high five Deadpool isn't X Men, he would give that Deadpool 4 through 6 super senses that's unoutwittable.
Right.
So yeah, and you can just literally just send Deadpool out and just let him do whatever he wants.
I think
And yeah,
Wolverine pool was so close. Like, it's one of my favorite
he is.
current figures, and I keep putting him on teams, but for his point cost, there's just other things to do similar but
Okay,
better. But he's so cool looking, and I like the giant reach blades, and
it's
so
great.
close.
It's great. It's great. I
Bad
think if you give him
keywords.
a glider, I think if you give him the glider, I think the upcoming glider from the Spider-Man set,
Yep.
I think he works even better than usual, just to give him a little bit added defensive powers. Because I think his main thing is he is strong, but
Mm-hmm.
he's just not as good as you. I like his movement and everything like that. I
Mm-hmm.
just think he needs something extra. I think he really he needs to team up with like the Deadpool from Black Panther, the super rare one that gives you his team ability when you're adjacent, so he can have some stealth. This Wolverine pool needs stealth. That's what he needs. So,
I've been trying him with the Miles Morales that gives him
oh
environmental.
yeah,
So I give him the bike with the senses, charge
and keep
senses,
Miles close.
and keep Miles close. And then he's got a 3 through
Hmm.
6 rollout, which
Um,
is going to be
which is
big
amazing.
actually. Yeah.
Look, listen. You ain't never. Again, Spidey with Spidey being my favorite fictional character that's ever been created. Having all this plethora of great Spider-Man characters that are out. I am going to try to play the 295 point Spidey big base, like the
Yep.
trio figure.
Yep.
I'm gonna try to play that in modern and especially in silver, because why the fuck not? Like that's gonna be fun.
I don't know how
Just
to do it in
just
modern, but I know that when silver comes around this year, I'm definitely playing it in silver with the time dilation Spidey, whatever new Spider-Man are coming out in the new set. Like it's awesome. It's so much fun.
Arachnite, bro, making 100 point Arachnite for free.
Yeah.
Yes, please.
If they bring
Yes,
back
please.
Prime, it's over.
I mean, it's again, but even when it comes to that, right? It's called the figure that I can't wait to play with from the Spider Verse set is the rare Spider Man, the black suit Spider Man. I cannot wait to play with that figure.
Oh yeah.
That's going to be absolutely amazing, and for what he does, super senses traded, stealth traded, combat reflexes, hitting you with 12-4, ignores characters for movement. Like you killed them instead. just kind of put them back. No, like I can't wait to play that piece.
Oh yeah.
So it's a lot of fun stuff to come out. And I can't wait to team some stuff up. I just got a Chase Black Widow. I mean a Scarlet Witch in the mail. Chase Thanos should be coming, as well as the Juggernaut and Namor Prime are on the way in the mail, and I can't wait to play them.
Yep.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm just waiting for my local store to get their shipment in. They were like 3 weeks behind schedule when Alliance hasn't delivered
Jeez.
yet. But I'm
Jeez.
I'm waiting.
Oh, this is the worst set. This is the worst set there ever could have been for late shipments.
Yes.
Because most people that bought a case wanted to make sure they got all of the objects.
Mm-hmm.
The issue is if some of the objects are just hard, like the Juggernaut ended up being harder to pull than anything. It's him and the Prime Namor ended up being the hardest two objects to pull, and everyone's looking for them. What were you gonna say?
No, yeah, I totally agree with you. I'm lucky I did pull Prime Namor, and I'm looking forward to playing him in a modern event if I can get to one.
See, and that's the thing. Like I always say, be brave enough to play it, because Prime Namor takes bravery to play. But if you play Prime Namor with the right way and in the right way, I mean, the first thing I want to do with Prime Namor is team him up with 75-point Doctor Doom, the Chase Doctor Doom, and just kind of let them just do whatever the hell they're gonna do,
Mm-hmm.
and just say let's run it and have some fun. Because now Doctor Doom has 4 bystanders he can mastermind to.
Mm-hmm.
What? Yes, please. Thank you. And you know, unless you're Thanos that nobody's gonna play, or the Gamoras or Nebula that nobody's gonna play, generally, you're not getting any points off of my bystanders. And at every given, again, it's Beetlejuice proof. And you have that Namor that if you do play him with the Serpent Crown, has the ability to possibly take tokens off of himself and just bludgeon you. But if you play him with an object, if you play him with the longsword that he gets for free, hypersonicking around it and potentially like having what's that? Well, because hypersonic with giant reach 4 essentially, or hit somebody within 4 if you're within water.
Yep.
He's a beefy piece, and with all the healing that's available in the game, if you don't have the Bloodstone, make sure you get the Bloodstone.
Yep.
I'll say that. I think the Bloodstone is going to be the most important object going forward, and people aren't going to play it until they start getting beat by it, because the Bloodstone is going to stop all that healing, that's free healing, or just healing in general. It's going to make a world of difference, and I can't wait to see it be played out. I can't
have
wait.
about 90% of my team for Namor picked out. I've tried it on Roll20. It's those last few points that I can't find the right fit. But I've been pricing with Prime Namor with Universal Weapon, which gives him the blades, the Quake,
precision and stuff.
So I can Ares bomb with the blades. I can Poseidon bomb with the Quake.
Yep.
And I have super strength, so I can carry around the.
You can carry around the herb and all that stuff. Yeah.
And I run him with 50-point Kong, make Kong a dolphin. So you have to get within his reach to be able to attack him, and then he's getting 2 actions
which is just
per turn.
silly.
So you're getting slammed. I tried running Jennifer Kale, but she decides to eat.
She just dies. Yeah.
And I've been trying with Shuri.
Okay.
So she can give Kong Wakanda weapon, and she has Perplex.
Is Kong a ruler?
Yes.
Okay. Here's just a weird option, but just something to try, just so you can try. Do you have the Gwenpool Pog?
No.
Because Gwenpool,
because WizKids refuses to make those available to players.
she I thought she came with one of the. I thought she came with the the Hit Monkey and Deadpool that you could like buy, not the chase, but like the
Oh,
little box thing.
then I do. I just forgot.
Yeah, she comes with them,
Okay.
and she's 20 points. She has Prob and Avengers team ability, and when she gets KO'd, I think when she let's see, when she gets KO'd, she has the ability. She has phasing, prob, blades, willpower, and when she would be KO'd, you may roll a d6 on a 4 through 6, place her adjacent to another friendly character instead. And she has Avengers
Oh,
team ability.
yes, yes.
So now you get a prob for Kong and for Namor. You have a prob that that Kong can carry around, and potentially you have a 50-50 chance of her not getting dealt any kind of damage. And it just says when she would be, unless they're pulse waving, she gets around everything else to potentially be able to not only get out the way by being able to be put next to a friendly character, but also with Blaze to trigger Ares, potentially a 12 attack. With 18, that's still not bad. It's not bad. And with the prob and her base 3 damage with 11 attack and the phasing, so she can just get the hell out of dodge if she needs to. But 8 movement is great. She's a great piece. She's a great piece. So I
Awesome.
like her a lot.
One final question I just thought of for you.
Go for it.
Are you aware of the rivalry between Westpool and Aquamiles?
No, no. And you mean Miles that dresses up as Aquaman?
Yes.
I didn't know that. I did not know that, but I definitely know Aquamiles for sure, and have seen him multiple times in especially like this past year, we got to see Aquamiles out, so that was fun. But I didn't know. That's
So
cool.
are you on Team Aquamiles or Team Westpool?
Oh my gosh. well, well, I'm gonna say Westpool because you've interviewed me, even though I've done a podcast with Miles before. But since I'm your first